I will now create a new user role and assign it to a single study in my database. I start System Management. I can see I already have several roles. I will add a new role to illustrate the way this works. First, let's have a look what roles my user RDE already has. So I right-click the RDE user, and I ask to see the user roles. I can see that currently the RDE user can log in as a full user and see all sites and all studies in the Macro 4 study. I can see I have also a DR role, also for all sites and all studies, and DE role for all sites and all studies. I will now create a new role and limit access. So I will create a new role. Creating a new role, I will call this demo. I will say that the demo user has the right to do data entry and data review. And data review. In this list, I see all the activities that users are allowed to do. I will select only those which apply to data entry and data review. So I tell the system not to list any function that is related to any of the other modules. So I have now limited the list here only to those actions which apply to data entry or data review. And I will simply enter all these items to the right, indicating that the user who has a demo role is allowed to do. I will actually select all of them and add all of them together. So now I click on Apply, and I have created a new role, Demo. And if a user logs in selecting this role, he's allowed to do data entry and data review only. So the next step is to assign this role to a user. So in order to do this, I select a user, RDE, View Edit User Roles, and I will now create a new Add this role to this user. I will tell the system that the RD user may log in to the Macro 4 database. He's allowed to only to see the Demo 4.0 study, only patients coming from the site London, and this is when he selects the demo role. And I add. Now from this moment on, when the RDE user logs in, this will be added. Now let's look whether this actually works. I will start by trying something that I'm not allowed to do. I will try to start the query module, for which normally the RDE user does not have the right if he logs in as a demo activity. And indeed, I cannot access the system. Now I should do the same, trying to log in data entry. I will now log in as user RDE and select the new user role that we just created. So after logging in, I can see that this role is now available, and I log in. So at this point, I should have access to all functions that relate to data entry and data review. First thing I see is that I do not have any homepage content for this role. Indeed, the homepage is configured for each user role. So in order to have content here, I need to go back to the report management system and create some report links. I will do so later. And now I should have access to data entry as a normal data entry user, since I gave all the right access. I can see that I can see only a patient for demo study 4.0. I can illustrate this by logging out and selecting a different role, full user. As full user, it's indicated on top of the screen, I will have access to the report screen as I already created before. You can see, and I will also see other patients already in the database. So indeed, my user role gives me access to the system, but limits my access to specific studies. In this case, only the demo study. So I will go back in using the demo role. Okay. Here we are. And now I will create some report content for the demo user. I will now create report content for users logging in with a new demo role. For that, I will start the report management tool. I will log in as a full user because with the other roles I will not actually have access to this module. And I go straight to the item permission screen where I will just assign one report as illustration. Now which report will I take? Let's take quite a standard report. Let's take the study definition report. So I'll create a new one. I will take one of the links that were already created before. I will take the study definition report. This time I give the demo user access and I will show the report in the metadata group. I save this and we will now check the result. So I'm now back in data management, still as user demo, so I will simply refresh the home page and we should see a link to the report that I just created. I can click on the link and I will see the report as it functions. So this is the end of the demo about user roles.